Dennis, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the SMU Mustangs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Horned Frogs will put total leather and we'll get started. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So SMU's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
On target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. He'll field the punt and see what he can get.
Oh, put me in the spin cycle.
The offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense has the ball for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, and I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy who we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Makes one man miss. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. string play action. Finds his big tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Horned Frogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's McCluster. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Complete to the right. He's loose. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's game. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. They just keep firing. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. He rifles one deep down the middle.
Woohoo! Way to run into each other.
Off and running. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Pulls it, fired complete. There he goes. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. The run from the shotgun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking toward the sideline, and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. The screen, he can go. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Surprise or punting.
The Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've facing their punt team tonight. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's running free down the middle. 10. Touchdown, SMU. Once he got some room, it was over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives
What up,
together.
Cheese?
They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take
We didn't have a good
this
Florida
drive
State
will start
showing,
at
bro.
25.
Brother.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
I'm back.
With a big defensive tackle.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That
We're
is a
back.
ball.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On third down, he drops to throw.
Ooh, sticky hands.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looking for room. It's Drake. Picks up the first down, still moving. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown Mustangs. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create
Not you,
explosive
Clark.
plays, just like you saw right there. They're top
Not
10
you.
in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Rides to back and leaves it. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
What up, JG?
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats.
Oh, another loss to
And a chance
BJ.
to talk it over during the break, and
See,
they'll start with second down.
I can get figured out.
Looking to fire.
I don't know if he makes the playoffs
Just
with
what
that
they
win.
were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I just don't know.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. catches it at the 15. Slips through the line. Touchdown, SMU! Stealing a score on special teams. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The corner.
Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Brother.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. It's good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity.
21 points has been a long rushing touchdown. Return. Kickoff return.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Maybe they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step too here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got him. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Throwing right. Got his man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Give to the running back. Spins away from the defense. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. To the air on 2nd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down.
Run zone read on 3rd and forever.
The Horned Frogs have this offense rolling. Finds his man. It's McCluster. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. On the double. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moves. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house.
All right.
Touchdown, TCU.
Fool me
And you see
once.
the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks
That's the
that
George
have
Bush
those
quote.
multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the sack all the way back at the 5. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They've got it at the 20 on 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Unloads to the right. Oh, they really could have used
Expect him to
that
come
catch
off
there.
and
Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Mustangs will call on their punt team. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Gives it on the option.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the
beating me
D.
off the line, man.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. Got his man downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
This game ain't over.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Mustangs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He wants to take the top off. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
Yeah, 2 feet in.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
The run is.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
The Mustangs will kick it away first.
Really over.
The second half.
21. Appearance.
And he'll just take a knee in this
24. Incoming.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. And what do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41?
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Working that left side now. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Right back to the well.
Oh,
Spins away from the defender.
hit stick.
I think that was an example of the
Come
offensive
on,
coordinator
brother.
trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And I tell you what, why would you not do this? I love it. Short
You
yardage
should know
situation,
this.
get your QB sneak. You've already got everything going. You got a few first downs. You got that momentum on your side. Just get the first down, get that new set of downs. Now, if you want to go attack now.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Even this.
The
Oh,
Horned Frogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Takes the easy one to the back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to go up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
The give to the back. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be...
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
let's
And
go.
the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
They'll try the left side. Breaks into the open. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact. And the Mustangs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Running back searching for a hole. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Mustangs have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times when you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting to the ball and DBs not. This time you can tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it on the outside. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Hauls it in. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Love the play call by the offense. Love drag routes down this close to the goal line. First down, you're just trying to get an easy completion, catch and run, walk in, score. Defense made a nice play. They made the tackle, so now you got to turn the page. You got to find something here.
Touchdown Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
TCU 24.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. They're working that left side. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Fighting off the defender.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's got it on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. He can't get him to the ground. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's McCluster. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass on second down. Spits it out to the back. Touchdown, TCU! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
SMU 52, TCU.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with him. Finding an escape route. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense will try to strike on first and 10. Right back to the well. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the air, it's York. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
What the?
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Mustangs line up to punt it away.
Oh my gosh, this team is so good.
They boot it away on fourth down. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25.
Wow. He was wide.
They'll try the run. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4
Bad
yards out to
catch.
the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes
That was
at
good.
24.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt of turning it on.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get it. Second guy finally did.
Still the same.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They can't...
That's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Going to the ground. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air. It's York. A shot toward the end zone.
No.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Oh, better look out. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Rides a man in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. First snap in the red zone on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught near the sticks. It's game. Touchdown, SMU! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen.
What up,
on this
Zeus?
possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game.
What up,
Big
Green?
rivalry. Get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Gives it on the option. Still running at the 40. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Leaves it with the running back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component.
Negative,
man. They've
negative.
got to get some push,
Criticize,
to get some
criticize,
running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here's a heat. Throws toward the end zone. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy.
Taking it the other way. They'll move the chains.
You gotta sustain that block.
One perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
So now it's 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. And on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Right on the money. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Mustangs send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
This one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team at bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
74 plays.